Cindy's here.
Explain what's going to go on there, but not itself.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming to our board meeting. We're going to start the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. We want to acknowledge that Mrs. Powell is joining us via phone. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And do you want to explain the television right now?
Yeah, so if you've been here before, we typically are broadcasting like this is being recorded. This is a camera right up here. And typically what we've got on the screen is a camera that shows you what's being recorded so you all know where you are or not. So right now we're being recorded, but it's not going to show up on that screen today. So just know the whole thing's being recorded. There's a camera and microphone in that thing there on the counter, and so just wanted to make sure that everyone's aware because it's a little different than we normally are running things. So
Live broadcast.
yeah, it's a live broadcast. So.
Yep. Thank you. All right, with that being said, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Move that we approve the agenda.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Right.
Aye. Do we have any signed in visitors? And just a little matter of housekeeping while you're looking, board members, on the 20th at 6 p.m., which is next Wednesday, we have a budget workshop meeting, and graduation is on Friday, the 22nd at 2:30 at the Idaho Center.
No signed in visitors.
No signed in visitors. Thank you. Is there any discussion on the consent agenda? With that, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I move that we approve the consent agenda.
All those in favor say aye. I mean, wait, I need a second, sorry.
I'll second it.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Right.
Aye. All right, let's move on to our discussion items. Discussion item A. Are we gonna have Mrs. Gina Dennis come on up, or?
She'll talk a little bit, but I'll start us out.
That's
And
great.
Mr. Hickson's here as well to
Perfect.
add some of his wisdom, right, Mark?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we've been looking at different ways to approach the pickup and drop off for our middle school, just as ways to try and manage and the number of cars that are coming in. So what we've, and I'm gonna, Derek, can you see that okay, or should I?
You're from.
All right, so what we've typically been doing, buses are lining up here in the main parking lot, and parents are picking up and dropping off over here off of, shoot, what's the name?
Piccadilly.
Piccadilly, thank you. Piccadilly, and then they'll rotate through that way. Obviously creates a lot of potential for issues with the number of cars all going in one place. So what we were looking at, and we worked with Gina at Caldwell Busing and middle school administrators. So what we're proposing is that, and this apparently is something that was done how many years ago?
Yeah, 15 probably.
Many years ago. We're going to propose that buses will enter to drop off in the morning and to go to this way to pick up. They'll enter on Viking Drive and will come down this way past the baseball fields, and then they'll follow this road all the way around by the stadium of the middle school. And then as they drop off, they're going to stop here, drop the students off, and then they'll keep moving on. In the afternoon, they're going to come over and they're going to angle up. They're going to park at an angle here. We've been working on the spacing and how much they've got there, but we've got a way that they can angle park there that they don't have to back up when they leave. And so we'll actually have all of the buses come through this way, and then we'll open up this main parking for parents to pick up and drop off, as well as this going over on Piccadilly. And so will double the amount of space that parents have to pick up and drop off. Obviously, it doesn't create any more space on Main Street, but it creates multiple accesses to Main Street in doing that. Mr. Hinkson, where are you? Right there. Mr. Hinkson, anything else that you would think the board should know as far as how we talk about setting that up?
It makes the front lot a lot safer because the kids in the morning, they're getting dropped off on the buses and a lot of times it's dark. And so when they see friends, they're middle school kids, they'll run to their friends and they don't pay attention. And we do have teachers driving through there. Some parents are dropping off in there right now. And it's a mix. When you mix the buses and all of the students and other cars, it's not good. And so we're trying to separate that. So I'd say safety is the first concern. Second is just alleviating the backup on Main Street, because I'm out there every morning. So you see it like one car can't turn in and now it's backed up to Maverick. And then the third one is in doing this, it's actually going to make that area over there a lot more attractive.
And so, and as part of that, thank you, we would pave this area just up to the, this part of the stadium so that where the buses are picking up and dropping off kids, the kids are getting off onto pavement, they're not getting off in mud or anything like that. And then they'll actually come across Mr. Hinkson, right?
Through that right there.
Through this right here.
Yep.
And enter the school, and we'll have that secured just like we do over here on this side, so that all the students have to go through that spot and get kind of checked in, check their badges and everything in the morning. So Mr. Hinkson feels like he's got that plan. Gina, anything else from the buses as far as the route around, the pickup, drop off, any?
No, I would just parrot what Mr. Hinkson said about the safety of the students, but we're no longer conflicting with students converging on the buses from the rear. They're coming from the front, we're there already, we're not conflicting or there's no reason for any parents or cars or anything to be back there to conflict with our vehicles. As long as we don't have a lot of conflict in the main parking lot of getting out. I love this when we did it that many years ago. It was simpler, easier. We were out of the realm of any other vehicles. We had our own area and it worked out great. We can pave that area. That would be great. Easy, safer, better maintenance. The whole thing works great for us.
And we'll search with, oh, sorry, go ahead.
So what are you guys doing to get it out to everybody? I mean, the parents and stuff like that.
This is the first step.
No, I understand that, but what, do you have that in mind too, of making sure that the parents have ample time for the new changes and everything else?
Yeah, Mr. Hinks, do you want to talk
Well,
about that?
At the end of the year, we send out kind of a next year email. And so in that we say when the first of sports are, when the first practices are, and we'll also include a map of the new pickup and drop off. And for parents, it's not changing a lot, it's just allowing them to come through the front. They don't have a lot to do with the busing, but I'll include a blurb about the
Right.
safety and everything else. If it's
Well, and I think also we'll have this is where you can drive in, this is where you would drive out, just so parents are familiar. I mean, those that have gone through some of those spaces know the kind of flow of that main parking lot, but we'll have the arrows on it and everything as well.
And the maintenance has a lining machine now, so they'll actually line our front parking lot with arrows and where
Oh,
they can
nice.
pull through.
And the paving of this, we would be able to utilize, just so you know, the funding, that would fit within the purview of the school modernization funds. And so we would utilize those.
I do have a question. So the school gets out at what time?
3:45.
So how do you keep it, will you just not let any sports be happening on that field until the buses are gone? How's that work?
So our games start at 4:15 and normally nobody's parking back there. They park where the teachers park on that
Okay.
side.
Okay,
There's a gate that is sometimes locked. We'll
That's
just-
this over here.
okay,
We'll have the gate locked so that people can't
perfect,
get back there.
okay.
And then we'll send them, but then after they're gone, then parents can park in that.
Oh, yes.
Before the games.
I guess that's just what I was envisioning, is there a way we can
Yeah.
deter them
Our
from?
buses are up pretty quick. Once we're loaded, we're out.
Oh, they can wait for the buses. I'm okay with
But
that.
they're gone literally by 3:52.
Okay,
But there's also a gate that's here already that we can manage as well. That we
okay.
can keep it
No,
closed so that people aren't
I
getting in the
didn't
way.
realize there was a gate there, so thank you.
There's 2 gates there.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I think this is definitely an improvement. It'd be a great advantage to do this. I was wondering long-term, because there's still a big problem with congestion on Main Street. How hard will it be long-term to get access to that new South Cemetery? Because there is a stoplight on Cemetery. Eventually be able to go out onto that.
And that goes back to our conversation last month, that we'll see what the final decision of ITD is as far as which version of the addressing highway corridor through. Once that's decided, we'll start working with them to see how we would connect to that.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Anything else?
Mm,
Ms. Benson, anything?
Thank you.
Mr. Hinkson, anything? Okay, that's all I've got on that topic, and thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, let's move on to the GIP fund. Mrs. Krantz, come on up.
Good evening. As you're already aware, we applied for and received the school facilities funding to build our new cooperative funding to build our new elementary building. One of the requirements of receiving that money is we are required to have an LGIP pool in which to place the money into and earn the interest to help us cover any extenuating circumstances in the construction. So with that,
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. LGIP.
local government investment pool, it's at the state treasury. So with that, I'm simply asking permission to open up a new account.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to our trip request.
Okay, and I'm gonna turn the floor over to Yvonne Walker. And that was in the package, so you
Yep, I saw that.
see through that.
Good evening. I'm requesting for HOSA to travel to, we would like to take 4 of our officers to Indianapolis to the international conference. And to experience that before hopefully taking them to compete next year.
Very cool. Any questions, anybody? What are you guys gonna go learn?
We are going to, our officers will take classes on how to best build our HOSA program to help our CTE program for the medical assistance. And then hopefully gain knowledge in how it works and the flow of it before we go there. Hopefully
Okay,
with competitors.
very good. Anybody questions?
Our acronyms.
HOSA.
HOSA.
Health,
Occupational students, it's not a.
advisory, is it
Yeah.
advisory?
Yeah, sorry.
Come on, who knows
I
in
think it's
here?
the association.
Association?
It's
There
for
are
our medical.
so many.
Of America.
Of America. Are any of your students with you?
No,
No? Okay, that's all good. No, no questions. Thank you for taking them. Thank you for doing this. All right, let's have our Skills USA presentation with Mr. Inger.
Good evening. I'm gonna kind of pass the buck on to this one, to this phenomenal young lady here, and she'll take the lead on the presentation. Go for it.
So this is all part of our community service project. We're very big on giving back to the community of Middleton, especially our schools and everything. And over the past, I'd say 1.5 years, we have received the most support from our Middleton School District. So a big thank you from us is our coffee table, built by many students. We worked very hard on it. So we just want to say thank you so much. And just thank you for all your support for Team Middleton. It means more than you can know.
Thank you for what you guys do. You're
Yes.
repping Middleton.
You bet.
Should we have a picture with them or are there more of them here? Come up here and stand and. Somebody needs a phone because mine is being used. Gather in, boys.
Yeah, Mark, you want to stand on that other corner there? Do you have any others? All right. And then we'll have that in there, say cheese.
Cheese.
1, 2, 3. Very nice. Thank you very much. Good job.
Throw that back over here. So you don't have to- Let's get back into it.
And then we'll find the appropriate place within the district.
Yep, we'll find a good place for that table to be.
Does it mean in your living room?
No, can't go there. I'd be in trouble. All right. let's move on to our board workshop proposal.
Okay, so we have been discussing different approaches to how we could fund facility projects within the district. One of those, we've gone through with the CTE building, we did a design bid build project. With the elementary, we're doing CMGC, the construction manager and the general contractor. Another process that we can utilize, and is one that might be something we can utilize with this space here, especially with the Main Street frontage, is what's called a design bid finance, where it's also considered it's a P3, it's a public-private, what's the other P? All the acronyms. Partnership, thank you. So, and what it is you look at different ways to leverage the properties that you have in a commercial venture that then helps pay for the public properties or public facilities that are built within the same vicinity. As we've talked with a different group, there's a group called Griffin Swinnerton that has been looking at different projects, working with Caldwell, Nampa, City of Caldwell, Nampa School District. They're looking at different options there, but it's a little bit different approach to how you would fund a building. And so they've offered to give some guidance on how that works. If you did that, we would present a design bid finance RFQ, just like we've done some of the other projects. But it's more about understanding how it could be leveraged for our district to get some of the facilities built that we would like to see built without having to go to taxpayers to have that happen. And so the gentleman that gave that, has given that proposal, has given several different times and I told him not even to think about it until after school was out. But he identified some times in June that we could do that if that was something that would interest the board to have that kind of, just be an informational workshop.
I think we need as much information as we can to maximize our opportunities.
Okay, so he's got time on the 15th, 16th, or 17th of June, from 11 to 1, and then the same for the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Also,
11 to 1.
Those are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. Or it works.
Mondays are generally best for me.
What about you, Derek? What about you, Jay?
Yeah, Mondays usually, or Tuesday, Wednesday is usually the best for me.
probably better Tuesday, Wednesday for me too, this week if possible, but I can be,
Okay.
it can be any day for me, it's fine.
Okay, we'll pick one. What about you, Cindy?
I'm pretty open, it just kind of depends on how I feel.
Gotcha.
So,
Fair.
I mean, I would probably go towards the second week, but you guys pick for you.
22nd, 23rd, 24th. So it'd be the 23rd or 24th if we were going to Tuesday, Wednesday.
23rd.
Okay.
Let's do the 23rd.
Whatever works best.
23rd at 11?
June 23rd at 11.
Yep,
Okay.
June 23rd.
23rd.
yep,
But that'll be after our next meeting, so we can.
yep,
Yeah.
Remind it again then.
yes. All right, perfect. Thank you. All right, let's hear the levy update.
Okay, levy updates. We've had two informational meetings since our last board meeting. Had a grand total of 3 people attend those 2 meetings. So not a lot of people coming for the public meetings. There's been a lot of information going. We've been putting out through emails to our patrons, our parents, the newsletters to our patrons. We've been hitting social media. There'll be a calling program this week that we've got several staff members that are just going to volunteer their time. And we're not calling to say vote yes, we're just calling to make sure people remember that there is a vote and to encourage them to register and vote in that election. We'll be doing that. We've been doing social media. I've been trying to jump on in social media circles when people are sharing information, that if I see things that are off a bit, trying to make sure that's not sharing some of those others points out. We have seen an increase in the registered voters. We've been following that just to see if we're getting an increase. So within our district area, we've seen an increase in registered voters since we started our campaigning part. So that's been a positive. And other than that, we're just next Tuesday, we got a week. Put all the information out as we can and hope that we get the turnout that we need.
Oh, the news article was very helpful.
Oh yeah, I forgot, we did some news.
Yeah.
Did some news things.
Way more coverage than we've ever had, so we can be hopeful.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Any questions, anything?
No, thank you for all your work.
Okay. Thank you.
You and your staff, thank you. All right, let's move on to policy.
Okay. So you'll see that there's a longer list tonight. So what we're trying to do is finish doing all the 2025 recommended updates with ISBA. So what's in front of you is pretty much what's left for the 2025. And so they do all those until the new legislative update comes out this summer. And so these updates would finalize that. So then once we get those new recommendations for what happened this legislative session, we can start into those policies, hopefully June, July-ish, and get those in place for next year. So this is wrapping that up. These are all required updates to required items. So these would be everything that we're required.
For 2025?
Yes.
Yeah. And they don't, it's kind of wonky how they code those, Cindy. They don't title them 2026 until we get into, I think there's one 2026 update out right now. And so that date is a little bit deceiving because we're obviously in 2026, but it's still those 2025 updates.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And so going down this list, the ones I would point out would be 2445, the district charter school provided virtual instruction. This is actually a new required policy. So we don't currently have this policy. This would be a brand new policy. And the reason for that is just around making sure there's accuracy regarding virtual instruction and how school districts are counting student attendance, because there's been some discrepancy there. So this is part of the conversation that happened last legislative session, continuing into this legislative session around virtual instruction. There's a small update to one of our Title IX procedures, and that just has to do with a change in federal law. So it's removing a line in there due to a change in federal law. So pretty minimal when you actually look at the policy and the required changes there. Moving on, the rest really are financial policy updates. And so these are required of our financial policies, and so we'll work with Mrs. Krantz as we come into our next reading to ensure this all stays in line, but these are new laws and new requirements for financial policies, especially around procurement of goods, federal grants, and some of those federal changes that have happened around those financial policies as well.
Very good. So what's your recommendation?
I would recommend moving them to a second reading.
Okay. All right, who's gonna be brave?
I'm gonna pull it off. Let's see. I make a motion that we move policy 2445, policy 3085, policy 7225, policy 7235, policy 7237, policy 7450, policy 7450 P2, policy 7430, policy 7270, policy 7320, policy 7320-P2, policy 7400-P1, policy 7400-P2, and policy 7400-P4 to a second reading.
I'll second that.
Thank you. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Right.
Aye. All right, let's do our action items.
I move that we approve the middle school bus and parent drop off at the middle school.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Aye. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. You are at a meeting in public, so just a little bit. We have somebody on the phone that can't hear. Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve or deny the creation of the LGIP account.
I move that we approve the creation of the LGIP account for the state cooperative funds.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. I would entertain a motion to approve the HOSA national trip.
So I move that we approve the HOSA national trip.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Aye. All right.
As per section 742061B of Idaho Code, to consider the evaluation, dismissal, or disciplining, or to hear complaints or charges brought against a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual student, I move that we go into executive session.
Second.
Thank you.
Trustee Moore,
Yes.
trustee Dempsey,
Yes.
trustee Wagner,
Yes.
trustee Powell,
Yes.
trustee Clark.
Yes.
Hey, students, come get your agenda signed.